Hello, you absolute numbats. This is the story about a Tetris player who headed for the stars, but hit the ceiling. A piece of work who worked the pieces. This is the story of Flurpy.
You know what this is? This is my life.
Before the days of champions like Flurpy and Blonky, Flurpy reigned supreme in the world of competitive Tetris. While others struggled to reach 800,000 points, Flurpy shared heaps of videos with scores above 1 million. Life was good, but like a Marmite sandwich left in the sun, things were going rotten. Flurpy's fall from grace began with one vigilant member of the Tetris community, Hercule Sherlock Marplemorse 5000, back in 2010, when Flurpy shared his video of his legendary score of 1.1 million points.
1.1.
Hercule smelled a rat. He logged on to the Tetris forums and shared his worries. Was Flurpy using splices? A spliced video consists of different recordings, edited together to look like one single video. Look carefully at this footage, and you can see a splice just after Flurpy pulls off a T-spin. This edit was almost impossible to spot. The wallaby was out of the bag.
I did not cheat.
Weeks later, community member Columbo Styling Mulder Spade had spotted anomalies in an older video by Flurpy. This time, it was Flurpy's hands that arose suspicion. His finger movements did not seem to fit what the correct button inputs would look like. As the accusation snowballed, Flurpy seemed to panic and decided to double down on the lies. On April 3, 2011, he submitted a score of 50 million trillion points.
That's 50 million trillion. That's 50 MPs.
Though initially astounded, the community was diligent enough to Google the word trillion, and lo and behold, it was not a real number. Like a poorly aimed boomerang thrown at an indifferent waiter, Flurpy's lie had come back to hit him in the face. As Flurpygate unravelled, Tetris community officials conferred and decided to ban Flurpy from the forums. However, many argued that this punishment was not harsh enough. They demanded that Flurpy would be perma-banned from competing and then executed by hanging. Eventually, this was decided. Flurpy was to be hanged with an NES controller cable outside Nintendo's HQ in Kyoto. But fate had other plans. The gallows were constructed by gamers, who are notoriously bad craftsmen. The rickety L-shape broke, and Flurpy fled, faster than a dingo in debt. Tetris's biggest cheater had cheated Death as well. This made Death furious. The Grim Reaper had watched the failed execution on YouTube and was outraged by having been cheated. He, or she, logged on to the Tetris forums and posted a hateful rant, cracking the shits at Flurpy.
Unbelievable. I did not cheat Death.
But there was a problem. Death himself was not a reputable member of the Tetris community. He had a history of breaking forum rules like being off topic, self-promoting his Patreon page, and spoiling how long moderators had left to live. Death's forum post was deemed too aggressive, and on July 5th, 2011, he too was banned from the Tetris forums. There were discussions on whether Death would be sentenced to death too, but the idea was dropped to keep things from getting silly. So, whatever happened to Flurpy? Having retired from competitive Tetris in 2012, he went into video game marketing, where his lying, cheating skills took him right to the top. Death and Flurpy laid their differences aside and are now hosting a podcast together called Dropping Hard. As Tetris players say, you never know where the pieces will land. Thanks for watching, you numbats. Check out this video on Super Mario speedrunning, and I will see you around like a resole.